Hello, everyone. How's it going? We're going to continue to work tonight on trying to ship this Vision Pro app. Monday. When did I stream last? Tuesday. Tuesday when I streamed, we ran into a little bit of a hiccup. Hey, Adam MC, how are you doing? What's up, nerds? Yes, exactly. We ran into a little bit of a hiccup, trying to get the view to actually maintain scroll position. So that's where we're going to pick up again tonight. I really wanted to get some work done the rest of the week. Unfortunately, it is peak. You gotta... let me figure out how to work this. It's review season at work. And so I ended up spending more time on that than I would have liked, and less time on this than I would have liked. But, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get as much done between streams as I would have liked to, but hey, that means y'all just get to watch more of it, so. Anyway, what were we doing? Yeah, we were getting to a point where we're working on drawing this, add a new line. Hey, thank you for the sub, Nutter. Happy anniversary. Sure. Oh, 12 months. Okay, cool. I saw the 3 month and I was like, okay, 3 months. 12 months. Thank you, Nutterpie. Welcome. Not welcome. Welcome. 12 months later. I will welcome you. That's how long you have to be here before I acknowledge your existence. No, thank you for the sub, Nutter. And thank you for the follow, Jeff Kang. Also, if y'all didn't catch Nutter's last stream, here, first of all, let me give a shout out. You should check out Nutterfy's stream. Nutterfy does a thing where he goes and does video games and then builds their UIs in SwiftUI. And last night on stream, he built the Star Fox R-Wing entirely out of SwiftUI draw calls. It's very interesting. So go check that out. I don't know. Do you publish your VODs, Nutter? If you don't, y'all should have been watching it ahead of time. They are up there? Nice. Yeah, go definitely check that out. It was very cool. He got it drawn from a top-down view and then used some of the 3D rotation effects in SwiftUI to kind of mimic being able to actually fly around the ship. It's pretty great. So anyway, this is the problem we're running into. First of all, the first problem that we're running into is that this scroll view doesn't keep going. But the second issue that we're running into is when we click this to get to the multiple layers, it resets scroll position. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I noticed this before. It resets the scroll position going into this layers mode. But then it remembers what the right value is for this. Interesting. I don't think I noticed that last stream. I'm going to draw a bunch and I want to check on something. So if we scroll all the way to the bottom, so if we scroll all the way to the bottom, it crashes. Clicked the wrong button. I wanted to see what that was. I wanted to see what the logs were, and I clicked the trash can instead of the X. Oh, but then it did eventually come back. Okay, so wait, no, did it crash or not? Appgraph.shared may only be set once. I don't control anything like that. Well, that's even more fun. SwiftUI nested for each causes fatal error. Each layout item may... I don't think I'm doing any nested for eaches, but maybe. Every item in for each needs a unique ID. The code can be modified by adding the following line to the text view in the inner for each to assign a unique ID. So I think that this is kind of tied to the issue that we did, because we definitely added a .id somewhere in order to try and fix this. Yeah, we got a couple here. So maybe we need to get rid of those, because they didn't seem to fix the issue anyway. Yeah, let's just get rid of these. Maybe not get rid of that one, because that did exist. But maybe get rid of this one, because that didn't fix it. And what is this tied to? This is tied to our scroll view as a whole. I'm hoping it's saved enough of that view. That is an interesting error, yeah. I'm hoping it's saved enough of what I drew so that I don't have to go redraw it all over again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom here, and then we're going to open this up. Okay, so it does seem to be tied at least a little bit to the size of the view laying out. So maybe it's not resetting that value after all. Or at least, to the extent that it is, it's tied to something else. No, it's not resetting it. It's definitely not resetting it. What it is doing is... It's not resetting it. It's just not updating the position as we scroll. Or sorry, as we resize. Like it's maintaining a fixed offset, when what it should maintain is a fixed position, basically. Unfortunately, there's no like on resize in SwiftUI. I think that would be what we'd really want here is like something in this scroll view. Whenever it changed, we'd need it to reset this scroll to right here, basically this. Can you get did scroll notifications? So I faked it. So yes, that is, yeah, we have this notifying scroll view, and we have this scroll view will begin dragging and scroll view did end accelerating. What we didn't get was did scroll notifications. Scroll view did scroll? Is that what you're asking about? We can add it. What do you want to do with that? Because we can definitely get access to it. But I'm not sure. I'm not following what you want me to do after we have that information. Yeah, see, here we go. That should trigger during the resize. So a horrible way to fix it would be to click set flag, save desired index path, did scroll, reset offset to index path, resize finishes, unset flag. Okay, let's think through here. Okay, so you're saying here, I'll actually just write down all your things. So click, I'm assuming this is click the layers button. Set a flag, Save desired index path. Did scroll. Reset offset to index path. Resize finishes. Unset flag. Okay, so when we click the layers button, we set a flag. We save the desired index path. If flag is true during did scroll, then forced content offset equals the index path's offset. Okay, yeah. I actually want to verify the thing that you said, which is that we get that when we change our layers. It didn't. Because let me think of how this works. I need a whiteboard is what I need, but I don't have a whiteboard, so we're going to use Sketch as a whiteboard. Okay, so what we've got here is our scroll view. Call it this, 60 pixels wide. So here's our scroll view as a whole. And then let's give it our content, and we're going to make our content like a see-through red color. Actually, probably the scroll view should be a see-through red color. Okay, so this is our scroll view. Just kidding. Wait, where did any of this go? Did I not? No. Thought I set it to 50% opacity. 50. Thank you. Dear God. Why can't I make this work? Oh my Lord. Go beneath the thing. There we go. Okay. So the red box is our scroll view, right? We can make this a little bit more transparent. And then no, what would we say? No, sorry. The red box is our scroll view. The gray box is our content. We're going to make this taller. So the scroll view just shows us what our content is. It shows us the level of content that we're overlaying right here, right? So when we've scrolled to the bottom, we get that. Actually, we're scrolled more towards the middle. So we're showing what's in this section of this code base. My guess is that when we resize in both directions. So what we're getting is something like this, where we're resizing like that. And so we're showing more both above and below. When really what we want to do is we want it to just resize that way. I wonder if there's just like an anchor point we can set. Nutter, you know things about anchor points. Is there an anchor point to SwiftUI views? Instead, you use a combination of offset, scale effect, and alignment from within a geometry reader. There are anchor points in a few of them. These are all not SwiftUI. That's a CA layer, so it's also not. Shapes. Okay, so I see rotated shape, scaled shape. Scroll target. Is that SwiftUI? The anchor to which the alignment should be aligned within the thing. Yeah, with respect to a container view. We actually do have a geometry reader here. But the problem is we don't have, like, it's telling us like, oh yeah, with regards to a scale effect, but we're not actually using a scale effect. It's not a shape. It's just a scroll view. Okay, this is seeming more sane. I'm gonna put this full screen so we can focus on this more. So this is doing a lot of what we're doing already. Alignment guides could work. Ooh, alignment guides. Yes, I did forget about alignment guides. I have used those in the past. Anyway, so we've got a something. I hate this. UI scroll view dot appearance dot bounds dot origin dot y. Nope, not doing that. That is absolutely not what we're doing. Hey, JGuy98, how are you doing? We are absolutely not working with UI scroll view appearance. That's bad news. On change of scroll view size, set is resizing to true. On preference change of the view offset key, which we are using. Well, okay, so hold on. View offset key. This is the background. So we've got two different geometry readers. We actually have three different geometry readers in here. Shut up. Don't worry about it. Both of these preference readers here. This preference reader is about the view offset. This preference reader down here is about the height of the entire content. Which is weird because this is what they have here. But this is the... This almost seems like this is the view of the... This doesn't seem like this is what we want. I don't know. It feels like the offset would be the one that would be at the top of the thing. Unless this is somehow able to manage both on their own. That would be awesome if we could just do that and only need 2 geometry readers instead of 3. But I don't think that's going to work. It would be very cool if that was actually how that worked, though. That actually might be how that works. I wonder if there's a way for me to mess with that. I don't think that that's going to affect what we need to do right now, but that would be nice to know. Anyway, on preference change of view offset key, if we're not resizing, then we update the content offset. Okay, fair enough. I did not mean to do that. Delete. On preference change of the view offset key, if we're not resizing, then we update the content offset. So what are we doing currently with that offset preference key? Guard is scrolling, else return. So I think we would just add a is resizing to this as well. Guard is scrolling and is not resizing is actually what we care about. On change of scroll view size, which would almost be on change of scroll proxy, basically. If we're not resizing, then we update the content offset. But okay, so I don't understand where do we do anything with this content offset? Adam, this needs a find. I need a find in here. Oh, on change of content offset. On change of content offset, new value. Updates the bounds appearance? This doesn't make any sense. Because this wouldn't... I feel like this would not do anything. UI scroll view appearance. Well, yeah, definitely UI scroll view appearance looks very suspicious. I think this is probably code that was written before scroll view reader existed. Because when did scroll view reader come into play? Yeah, iOS 14. So it's at least a year late of the thing. Yeah, that's why I was like, no, we don't want to do this because this is going to affect every scroll view in the app, which we definitely don't want to do. Yeah, using whatever dot appearance used to be how you got into the UI kit stuff of Swift UI views. This is definitely not what I'm going to be doing. I just don't understand what this is even doing. UI scroll view dot appearance dot bounds y origin equals new value. But I feel like doing that is going to just... Like, I assume... I don't know what this... Like, I don't understand what this is doing. Because I would think that this would just effectively be a no-op. And so if you've got a no-op here, and then you're ignoring it when it's resizing, you're just never doing anything. This is basically saying, okay, hold on. No, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. When we are resizing, don't take content offset changes into account. But that seems like it's going to leave it there. It's just not going to update. I think it misunderstood what I was asking. That makes sense. This is, can we maintain a value even if we resize? But what I want to do is I want to have it update that value. Except when we resize. Like post a resize, basically. Now the easy fix, of course, is to just not resize. I just don't know if that's really what we're looking for. 3 in a row, you're starting to get the hang of this Twitch thing. Did that kill my chat, or does this just not count as a real chat? A watch stream streak doesn't count as a real chat. It seems to still be alive. It just never delivered that message to me. Oh, good God. Well, it still showed up, but what is this? I don't know what happened there. Okay, well, whatever. You count as real chat for the sakes of destroying everything. We're great. Keeping alive, isn't that supposed to say staying alive? Well, it's because it's in response to a keep alive message. They don't call it session stay alive. You need to get onto Twitch for naming it wrong. Should be Session Stay Alive. Also, you know what I'm noticing right now is that this is working all of a sudden. And I haven't touched anything. Okay, now it broke. Was I just in the perfect spot where it wasn't changing anymore? And I mean, the reset... the resize almost looks dumb anyway. Maybe I should just get rid of the resize. Maybe I should just get rid of the resize. You know what? That would be an easy way to solve this problem. Where do we do that, though? Editing, view, layer mode. Drawing view layers mode. No. The thing on the side doesn't animate its size change like the layers do. I don't think anything animates. Yeah, nothing is animating. The only thing that's animating is the window. Well, yeah. Hold on. Can we trigger slow animations on the... Yeah, that's weird. Okay. So the window resizing is changing, but... Yeah, the view is jumping to the new size. What's interesting, yeah, is almost like this is getting a, like, clipping to it, but the bar over here is not. Which I assume is because it's not actually technically part of the window. Is that because... So we've got this canvas sidebar, proxy size height. I'm wondering if... We're breaking something here. Like, what if we do this? Hold on. Am I, like, massively overcomplicating everything here? Possibly. What happens if we do this? Nothing good. Nothing good is what's happening. Hello, Coach Connie. Welcome to this stream. How are you doing? Hey, thank you for the follow, Code Cone. Coach Connie's doing awesome. For those of you not in the know, Coach Connie goes by a different name. Coach Connie is also known as Mom. Just thought you might want to know that. That's why Coach Connie has the artist icon. Yeah, and an artist. Coach Connie contributed the streamer to this stream. So I guess I was setting the height here because I needed something to be setting the height, but I don't understand, like, why aren't we just getting, like, a frame? Can I just say max height infinity? Clearly not. Need to change all of that? Change all of what? I added that. Oops. That's not how that works. Okay, I need to turn off these slow animations. Yeah, why is this not just taking up all of the size it could possibly take up? That's interesting. Does an ornament just not take up any size unless it, like, demands it? Well, it definitely doesn't like having a min height of infinity. Yeah, this is really super weird. How do we get this to... effectively fill its height? Well, this is the other problem, is that because it's an ornament, it's not related to the window. So yeah, we need this to be passed in the height. This actually does need that. Because again, it's not part of the window. I don't know why I'm hitting undo a million times as opposed to just, you know, discarding changes. Whatever. Don't worry about it. But also maybe we just fix the height. What if we did that? We don't tie it to the view size at all. We just say like, oh yeah, it's just there as a thing. Yeah, maybe we do that. I don't remember what our default size is, but... okay, that looks a little silly when we do that. Maybe we need to set some kind of min size. Can you give it a handle for the user to resize it? I don't think I can. Unfortunately. The other alternative that we haven't... something was like, you just spent $6,000 on electronics. And like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? It was not that. The other thing I could do is I could make this part of the window. I don't love that idea, but I could. Let's see what that looks like. Because the way that that would work was basically H stack, blah, blah, blah. Let me put our canvas sidebar here. And then what happens is that, yeah, the bounds goes around that. And I mean, we can fix the spacing and whatnot, because right now the spacing's terrible. But then that way, what we would do... Honestly, at that point, we might be able to get away with the whole width only thing. Oh man, that's so much smoother. Maybe we should just do that. Okay, so if we have that, we have our H stack, and our H stack, our spacing, let's say it's 202. Yeah, that's what we want. It feels weird to be like completely redesigning this app the last moment, but also it does seem to be how we're fixing these. Okay, so it seems like there's a problem with how we're rendering this. But maybe that's okay. Or sorry, it's fixable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So the problem is we've made it so that our thing has a resize of, it's like a uniform resize, which is not actually what we want anymore, because we had a uniform resize because it had to remain a square. It wouldn't be a new app product launched race to the finish without a last minute redesign. That's true. You're not wrong. Start from scratch. You got 3 weeks, right? No, I've got 1 week. I really want this to be out when pre-orders are out, just to be guaranteed that this is actually going to work. So, okay, what are we doing here? Our app submission's open for visionOS. Yes, I know some people have already gotten their apps approved. Matt Waller, I think, threads.net. I think he's Watt Mahler on Threads. This is true, yeah. Flowrider. It's a, also, I just saying that out loud, I did not realize the potential pun in there. Basically, it's using generative AI to generate a place, like a 3D environment to write in. So you basically get this 3D environment, and then you just sit in this environment and write. And so it's just like a Zen focused area. And then I saw somebody else was doing, I don't remember who else was. I had seen at least one other big app being produced. I don't remember who else I saw. Blank on it. We're one step closer to a holodeck? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so given this, let's actually work on this in a second. Drawing view, not drawing view. Drawing view, let's background this. Color.red. Because I think what we're getting is we're getting the view back and forth to each other. Okay, that definitely didn't work. What if we just say color.red here? Color.red with a background of color.red. Where's our color.red? We definitely have a whole window here. I'm trying to figure out how to, like, visualize what's showing up here. It's weird that that color.red is not doing anything. Color.red dot frame max width infinite max height infinite. Why are we not seeing anything right here? I blame this geometry editor. We're gonna get rid of it. Nope, that wasn't it. Why can't I see anything? Where is any of our view? This doesn't make any sense. Why can't I see anything? I guess at this point the question is, why can I see the sidebar? What happens? Okay, hold on. What if I do this? This is quite bizarre. None background navigation stack. Were we doing something weird with that? There we go. Look at that. Okay. Ay caramba. Okay, so now that we've got that, okay, there we go. Okay. We don't need this padding anymore. I was going a little batty there. I'm just going to say. I had no idea what was going on. Okay. What does our none background thing even do? Navigation stack, and it has a glass background effect in none shape. And our none shape is a nothing path. It's a path of nothing. EagleNot gave that a name that is actually reasonable. I'm just surprised that that breaks background everywhere else. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now we've got our box. Yeah, this is fine, because this is a square still, right? Is that a square? No. It's very much not a square. But what we want is effectively whatever our sidebar is, and then a square. It becomes more square the bigger it gets, but it's never perfectly a square. Or is this one now like this big? Does it get big enough that it becomes wider than tall? No. That looks like 895 tall and 830 wide. So it's still taller than it is wide. But the aspect ratio would necessarily have to change as it scales, which we don't actually want. Is there something that we can do about that? Is it square including the sidebar? Currently, I don't think it is, no. Yes, it is. At least close enough that I'm willing to blame it the rest on. Hello, Escamina. Close enough that I'm willing to blame it on the fact that we touched this. So, okay. So it is square minus the sidebar, where the sidebar is currently 100. I want it to be square. I want it to be square, and then we have the sidebar, is basically what it is. But the sidebar is currently always a fixed size, and actually we want it to remain a fixed size. So we want square, then a 100 pixels, basically. I don't think there's a way that we can do that, because that necessarily requires that our aspect ratio change. Because if we have, you know, say 100 and then our thing is 500, then that's 600 wide by 500 tall. So 6/5 is our aspect ratio. But if we change our thing to 400 by 400, then it's 500 wide and 400 tall. So 4/5. And 4/5 and 5/6 are not the same thing. Yes, 1Password is what I wanted there. And so that's why I really didn't want this to be part of the window. But it does seem to work so much better that way. And now the thing that we could do is we could just say, okay, yeah, whatever, do the thing and align it. But then our thing here, this doesn't line up with what we're trying to do. Sorry, that made 0 sense. If I just say, for example, center it. So the red piece can be forced into a square aspect ratio. It absolutely can be. And that's actually what we were seeing before, was that when I had it here, so like, let's bring this back. The drawing view is being forced into a square, but what that means is what that means is the square kind of gets inset or outset depending on where you're at in the thing. And that's not really what I want. I want the square to fill the area. I want the square to fill this whole area all the way out to here. The square is aspect fit to the red area though, yeah. I want it to aspect fill the red area, I guess. And then for that to affect the blue area. Yes, it is currently aspect fit to the red area. I agree. I want it, yeah, I want it to aspect fill the red area. I want the red area to always be a square, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we can do that, but Because what we could do is we could force that the red area is always a square. The blue area is basically a fixed size. And then we're centering that, we're aspect fitting that into something that is itself resizable. And what we're doing is we're just like adding padding to the outsides. But that's going to mean that this thing here, what you can see right now is that this dragger, the little grabber here, the white grabber, gets further and further away from the edge of the window. And I want that to be touching the window because that's how apps work in visionOS. Hello. I'm trying to get to a different app. There we go. Yeah, like this always looks like this. Now, one thing to do is to kill the idea that Kineo always creates a square image. But I feel like that breaks way too many other assumptions. That's definitely way too much to take on last minute like this. It's not clear to me why the red area can't be constrained to a square. It is. So yeah, let me take this over to. It's not currently, but sorry. Let's go over to Sketch so that I can explain what I'm trying to do, maybe with better things. So let's make this 640. No, well, I guess it would be 600 by 500. So here's our window. And then we're gonna put a 500 by 500 by 500. Here's our red square. So we're gonna put our red square. What just happened? It was like a deleted part of the UI. That was very strange. Don't know what happened there. We're gonna ignore it. So here's this, and then let's create a blue square to represent the sidebar. Sorry, couldn't remember the name of the word I was looking for. So we're gonna do this, and this is gonna be 100 by 500. Okay, so we've got this. This is effectively what we have. Now, the problem is that if we resize this whole view, this whole window, this has to resize given a fixed aspect ratio. So if we then resize this given a fixed aspect ratio, so hold on, let's do this with actual numbers. We're going to lock the aspect ratio up here. Yep. And we're going to say that our height is now 800. Okay, so this now becomes 800. Sorry, we're going to lock its aspect ratio as well. That's now 800. This remains a fixed width of 100 and becomes 800 pixels tall. We now have this gray area. This is area that now exists that did not exist before. And how do we deal with that area? That is the problem that we're running into. And unfortunately, the answer can't be, or I don't want the answer to be ignore it, because that is what defines that grabber. That is like, I can't control where that grabber ends up other than by the size of the window. The blue could become wider. I feel like that would look a little dorky. But the blue could become wider. I mean, let's try it. I don't know. Yeah, let's try it. Let's just see what it looks like. Because right now it's a fixed width. And then we fix the space in between the two. Because, yeah, the other option is that we, like, make them pull apart. The extra space could be put on the left side. Yeah, we end up with the same problem, but the it's now where the sidebar would be as opposed to the other thing. Just fill the extra area with cocoa type red and call it branding. Yeah, because right now, like, this is pinned to the bar as well. Like, I think we want the grabber to be at the edge of the window no matter what. So yeah, like right now, the only option I think is either we increase the space between these two things as we get bigger, which I think will look silly, or we increase the width of this as we increment, which I also think will look silly, but perhaps less silly, or both. Or both. That is not unreasonable. So, okay, so what are we saying that we're doing here? We almost need to pin on the web. You'd expect the blue to get bigger. Okay. I'm trying to think of how we're going to do this. Assuming the app is a square ratio. It's not entire, well, the content on the right there, the red area is a square ratio. Yeah, the red, yeah, yep. So that is a square ratio. Okay, I mean, we can work with that. Film strip frame. So if we're not fixing the frame here, we almost need that to, okay, so we're going to pin. I kind of feel like I need to start this whole over with just the red and the blue. Like, let's get that working that way first. And then deal with everything else afterwards. So we're going to say that this is color dot red dot aspect ratio 1 fill. And then I guess we grab that frame. What happened to the music? Oh, there it is. So we're going to fix that size there. And then I guess color dot blue just takes over whatever's left. Right now, let's set the spacing to 0 just to see what we get. Okay, so the way that we start out, this is square. I don't think that that's... I mean, that... I think that does fall out of what we plan, but I don't know that that's necessarily what we want. Let's go to our app. Where is... Kineo Vision app, yeah. Okay, yeah, because we say default size is 720 by 720, but let's make this 820 by 720. That should give us 100 for the blue. It did not. Cool. Love that. Oh, so we pinned something here. Yeah, let's almost get rid of all of this update window geometry stuff. I feel like it's causing us more grief than we want. There we go. Okay. So that gives us that. Yeah, look at that. Like, oh, well, hang on. No, okay. So that's failing because we turned off the resizing restrictions. Sorry. Let's bring those back, actually. We killed too many of the things here. Yeah, really, we just want to kill that one line. Everything else we do want to keep. Okay, I mean, it works. it works. I'm not sold yet, Hot Sizzle. But we'll start. We'll see what it looks like by the time that I put actual content in here. So we're gonna go into here. No, not into here. We're gonna go into. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go right back up here. What will go into the blue rectangle? Yeah, you'll see in a second. I guess we just start right here, right? So then we don't give it a frame at all. We just say film strip. And then we bring this back. Here, let's just put those two things in there and see what happens. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I left the other ones in here. Whoop. Does drawing view have the aspect ratio applied? Content is overrated. It's all about design. Fair. We actually don't seem to have anything currently fixing that aspect ratio, so I'm going to do that here. We'll bring that part back. Let's just bring all of this down here. I don't know if that super does what we want, but we're going to try it. Okay. And so then as we zoom that up, okay, so this is not changing its width. We need that to happen. I don't know why I just did that. That was dumb. So canvas sidebar, film strip. What in here is owning the width of this? Width? Ah, self frame width. What is that? 80. Yeah. So what if we get rid of that? Which inherently means we get rid of this. Cannot find frame width in scope. You know what? We're going to just leave that there. Okay, so that's still not actually changing the size of the thing. No, not dot init. Goober. Okay, so this I think is now filling space. Yeah, see that to me, like it getting that fat looks dorky to me. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I definitely think that looks silly. Even if we were to put more space in there. Like this seems silly that this is this big. Let's go ahead and get the actual views in there, but in my mind, that looks goofy. Can't the film cells get larger too? They will. I'm going to fix that, but... Resizing seems out of place considering the thing on the bottom is fixed height. The thing on the bottom... The toolbar? The only other way to do it is to keep the red square, but inside the red square, pad it with space. And yeah, that also doesn't work. I feel like I'm in a realm of terrible options. What I really want is I want the ability to say... Where's my editing view? Down here, where we had this resizing restrictions, I want it to say, because my options are basically freeform, uniform, and none. I don't know what none is. I assume it's the same as freeform. I want the ability to say, I want like a calculator in there. You can resize given this and then an extra bit. But I can either say keep a fixed aspect ratio or allow anything. And that's the problem. I don't think that. Yeah, what I really want is to just say uniform, but also this extra bit. And that's not an option. And yeah, the the toolbar resizing seems out of place considering the thing on the bottom, the toolbar, is fixed height. Yes, but that's true of every app. I don't know. So like this is the app that I keep copying because it's the only drawing app. Can you get into UIKit? So that is UIKit, actually. The stuff that I'm messing with. That is UIKit. Because they did not feel the need to expose resizing restrictions to visionOS. Or sorry, SwiftUI. Are you talking about like with constraints or something? Because unfortunately, I don't think I can apply constraints to the window. Yeah, that could work. I was thinking about that as we were messing with this. Like, this doesn't seem to be able to get as big as the other one is. Yeah, to the Windows content view. I don't know if that would work or not. It's worth looking into though. I mean, look at how wide this one can get, but it can't get super tall. Is that as high as mine gets? Can mine get taller than that? Where's the resizing grabber? Go over here. Yeah, see, mine can get so much bigger than that. It almost might make sense. And yeah, definitely I want like a minimum size because that gets too small. But yeah, maybe if I just say like this is the biggest size. Like what is that? That's, I don't know. Yeah, let's try. Let's try fixing the size of the thing. It's growing on me. Resizing restriction. Oh, this is the other thing. I wish this had documentation. We have none, uniform, unspecified. Like, unspecified doesn't even actually exist. No, wait, window group. I thought there was something that we could do with a this to say like pin it to the content view, which might then work with UIKit, like Adam was saying. Default resizability for all scenes is automatic. With that strategy, settings use the content size strategy. Settings windows, but we're not a settings window. Window resizability content size. Oh, this definitely isn't going to do what I want right now. Hold on. Also, let's kill this one. Yeah, see, this still allows the freeform window resizing, even though I've set it to content size. Because you would think that that would then mean... Yeah, what is happening here? Hold on, let's think for a second. It's almost like Canvas sidebar. What if I bring that back? Yeah, this doesn't do what I want. Okay. That's fine. Bring all of this back. And then let's go back to our thing here. Yeah, this window resizability doesn't do what I want. Hey, Kersplat. Moshi Moshi. Okay, so what was I doing before? Oh yeah, I was going to fix the film strip size. So if this is not a button width thing, I guess what we want here is just an aspect ratio. 1, fill. Fill? Fit. I think this one needs to be fit. And then our film strip has all of these things. I think our V stack just needs like padding around it, right? Maybe not even that. Maybe we just need to mess with these content margins. Because our inset here is a bunch of nonsense. I think we would just hard code the inset here. Okay, so what is frame width minus film strip button view modifier dot button width divided by 2? So frame width we said was 80 previously, so 80 minus 72 divided by 2 is 4. That's going to look ridiculous at huge sizes, but shush. That definitely didn't work either. First of all, did I get rid of the frame in Canvas sidebar? I did not. Let's bring that back. Okay, where is our inset here? This is the problem. I think we need... We have content margins. Content margins. Content margins. Edges. Edge set. Yeah, no. Dot horizontal. Self dot inset. Okay. No, that's still not working. Well, that's definitely not right. If we have an aspect ratio of 1, why was it not... Why was it not square? That is not an aspect ratio of 1. I can tell you that much right now. Ah, because they still have frames. That made it way worse. Are the thumbnails supposed to have the same aspect ratio as the main image? Yes. They're all supposed to be square, basically. Which explains what's going on right there. That's still worse. Let's not start with that one. Let's start with the existing page button. Okay, so this has nothing that is fixing its aspect ratio at all. That's what is causing these to be the wrong height? Something's got to be. But I don't know what it could be. Because nothing in here is changing the size of the button. Existing page button. Do I need that to be outside the button border shape? Nope, that didn't work. Yeah, why is this not a square? Time for more. Simplify everything until it works. Okay, so that's a square. Line 28. What about line 28? Also, why does it have a radius of 0? That's not right. Makes it rounded. Yeah, I mean, rounded is fine. That's actually, yeah. Sorry. I want it to be a rounded square, I guess. Yeah, it's not the fact that it's rounded that it's wrong. It's the fact that it's squished that's wrong. I am wondering if this is the problem. Color dot red. Like, is there something about the label? Ooh. Well, that's certainly interesting. Is there some kind of padding in there that's causing that? That's bizarre. And then if I fill it, yeah, obviously it'll work, but we won't even be able to tell that it's working. Okay, now I'm confused. That shouldn't have looked like that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Hot Sizzle 79. What about this is... I don't understand. I don't understand what's going wrong. Is it the corner rounding that creates that padding? That is a question. That is a question. No, that's a great question. I was going to say possibly, but then I was going to set this radius to 0, but it's already 0. Okay, so if the radius on that rounded rect is 0, what's causing the radius of the rounded rect? Like, it is actually rounded. Okay, we're going to fix one thing at a time. We're going to come back to this is just color.red. Because that was definitely square. Right? Okay, great. The gray area looks like it has rounded corners. Yes. But there is just a little gap in between there. So I'm assuming that there's something covering both. So it's not this. What is it? I think it has to do with that whole film strip button view modifier. That's probably this over here. So this has a clip shape to it. This also has an aspect ratio. We should get rid of this one. Okay, so that's remaining that way. And then this is causing this clip shape. Yeah, there we go. So now this has square edges, and that's why you can see it like poking out a little bit. And then yeah, the bottom's obviously square. So that's what's causing the roundedness. Which actually that's nice, because that means that we don't have to recalculate our roundedness. But what's not nice is... Did I have an aspect ratio in here that I deleted? I should have just commented that out. Because previously we were fixing the actual frame here. And that was why it was always definitely square, was because we were just saying, like, this has to be a square. In this case, I think we need the content to be a square before we ever even get into this place. So that's probably part of the problem there. So film strip button view modifier, this is applied to existing page button via, so film strip button right here. This is what's applying that view modifier. If you go to the film strip, existing page button, film strip button. So existing page button, we need to find some way to ensure that it is square before we get to that other area. We've got two different aspect ratios going on here. I wonder if this one was a problem. No. Okay, hold on. Because this one was set to fit. This one's set to fill. But if we do nothing, then... I don't know. I'm going to get rid of that, too, because I don't know what that's doing anymore. I don't think that's doing anything. That's what I get for assuming. Huh? So basically, no. Okay, hold on. We probably have a predefined button border shape. Okay, so I think I know what's going on. We have that predefined border button shape that is this capsule shape. And so that's what's doing that normally. However, we actually want that container relative shape, but we probably don't have container relative shape here. Oh, we do have a container relative shape here. Okay, that definitely didn't work. Button border shape. We're in the realm of shapes. Matter, help us with the shapes. Both. I need a button border shape that is a container relative shape. I don't think that's an option. This almost seems to say that I could make my own shape, though. I don't know if that's helpful. Can I just make container relative shape? No. Does it say, can I make container relative shape conform to button border shape? But okay, so it gives me a path in rect. Can I create a container relative shape and then grab its path? Walk me through this. Okay, so can I do... So we're gonna just say here, struct container relative button border shape. Button border shape. And then just hit build and wait for it to say inheritance from non-protocol type button border shape. I can't create my own button border shape because this is not a protocol, this is a struct. Or am I doing it wrong? Because I don't think I can init button border shape. So how would I implement this? Okay. Is it in your book? Because if it is, you should definitely plug your book. And if it isn't, you should still plug your book. Conform to shape. Yeah, I can conform to shape. But I don't know how that helps me with button border shape. Because, I mean, container relative shape conforms to shape. I'm also not super sure how this is going to help, but it would be nice to just simplify everything. Oh, I have a screenshot. So, yes. but I don't understand how this gets me to a button border shape. But yes, this is a start. Button border shape example incoming? Okay, I'll wait for that. But yes, this is helpful for at least figuring out what I'm going to do with the container. So let me pop back to here, let y'all see what I've got here. I don't know, that shouldn't be open. So we get our container, and then we say dot container shape, container. Okay, yeah, this is relatively straightforward. Okay, see that I got another one. Yeah. So the problem is this isn't getting me to a custom button border shape. I need to stick one of these inside the other. Is the problem. And I don't think that there's a way for me to initialize a border shape. Like make my own border shape with a given path. Yeah. That's a bummer. That's okay. You should still link to your book here. Even though it doesn't, for some reason, solve my very specific issue. You should still link to your book. If anybody wants all kinds of information on relative container shapes and button border shapes, but not how to use them together because that's actually impossible, you should read Nutter's book. I just can't get it to do the specific thing that I want it to do. Oh well. All right. So, given that, what are we doing? I don't understand. I don't understand what is causing this to not be the right aspect ratio. So we got this here. If we say that this is fill, it does work. If we say that this is fit, it doesn't work. Does that matter in any way, shape, or form? Maybe. What happens if we get rid of this? We bring this back. We bring this back. We put that there. Not a square. Do I have experience in iOS app security? No, not really. Is Eaglenaut here? Eaglenaut has experience in security. But I do not. Oh, this still has a frame width and height. What the heck? I mean, that's probably part of the problem. Get rid of that. Isn't Eaglenaut's idea of security to ban computers? Well, yes, but that's still security. Okay, is that actually just working now? Because that'd be glorious. Hey, look at that. Okay. One of them fixed. Somehow, magically. Let's get back into, so this is good. Do we actually need both of these things? How many of these can I get rid of now? Okay, definitely need that. Get rid of this one. Also no. Also, I feel like both of these should be fill and not fit. Okay, well, that one's good now. So we're just going to stop messing with it. Let's get on to the new one. New page button. Okay, so with our new page button, we have an image. And then we've given that image a frame. Redeems git commit. That's a good idea. Is that a good idea? Somebody had something that was like, I create a commit so that I can go back to it if I need to. And then it actually undoes the commit. Kineo is going to Apple Vision Pro, Justin 6. Yes, it is. Do I have a Quest 3 to test mixed reality? I do not. I'm just going straight to Vision Pro and not messing with anything else. Mostly because I don't have the time to work on this a lot. Sorry, I'm going to jump between the two questions. Do you have a Vision Pro test Unity? I am not using Unity for this. So no. I'm not allowed to confirm or deny. Yes. Yeah, it was you that had the checkpoint. Adam Wolf. Go back to, I think as a web platform, WebKit is more secured than Chrome V8. Not sure about iOS app versus Android. I know Android has more security bugs. Apple Vision is still going to run on ARM. Yes, it is. I don't know. Oh, test unit. Did you mean test unit? Yes, I am not allowed to say whether or not I do. I don't. I'm not special enough. But you didn't hear that from me. So this one, I think, honestly, at this point, the fix might just be getting rid of that frame down here, setting this to fill. That's probably a bad idea. And then, wait. Setting this to fill. I don't know. That doesn't seem right. I'm going to leave that as fit. And then setting this one to fill. That definitely didn't work. Let's set this one to fill. Do you get discounts on Chewy from Pet Stuff? Yes, I do. Where do I say that I'm from Chewy? Is that in my bio? Oh, it is in my about? Nice, okay. It's in your about, I just read it, yeah. I forgot that that was in my about. Yes, I do get discounts on pet stuff from Chewy. My cats love it. All right, so that's not the fix. What pets do I have? I have 2 cats. How's your Chewbacca impression? Not great. Cats are great. Let me go see if I can get a cat. We'll bring a cat on screen. 1 minute. Trying to figure out how to sit so that you can actually see him, but not just be like holding him up to the screen. Because they don't like that as much. Hey, thank you for the follow. But this is Manny. He's the one that actually appreciates being held. The other one would be squirming the whole time. You can see her picture in Nutter's post, or the emotes that Nutter just used. That is Mocha, the other one. But she does not like being held, so not bringing her onto camera. Thank you for the follow, the curious nerd. Apparently the trick is to just hold cats on camera. But nope. He's just going to sit here and fall asleep. He's the real cuddly one. You good? I'm going to set him down on my lap. He will still be here, but we're just going to... Cats are amazing creatures. They're magnets for followers. Are you leaving? Okay, he's going down. I thought he was going to stick around in my lap, but he is not. He's like, I'm done. This is my 5 minutes of fame. We'll get rid of him. Anyway, yeah, let's continue working on trying to figure out this box thing. So I think we actually need to just pull these up side by side. Man, we cannot go outside. It's like 7 degrees outside. He went to the back door and he's like, you go outside? It's 16 degrees outside, Manny. I'm not going out there. Wasn't there a time where the cats hung out on the laptop? It's currently on a stand, so they would not be able to do that. But yes, that used to be a thing on one of my older desks. They would sit on top of the laptop and then it would get slow and I would have to pick them up because it was like thermal throttling back when these were the Intel Macs. It would just get super warm and so they'd sit on it and then my build times would go up. All right, I'm trying to pick this up so that we can kind of look at what the issue is here. So we definitely had the aspect ratio outside the button border shape before. Are there hot rings that are ready for 1,000 hours? It just happened just now, so no. We literally just ticked over that 1,000 hours. Mono showed up right on time. It was at 1:53:24, if I recall correctly. Yes. Thank you, Mono. At 1:53:24, I hit the 1,000 hours of streaming mark. So Malcolm Gladwell says, dang it, Mono. Malcolm Gladwell says, in about 30 more years, I'll have 10 times that, and I should actually start to be good at this. That was the wrong Xcode, wasn't it? It's good to restart Xcode every 1,000 hours streamed. I've restarted Xcode a number of times since I started streaming almost 4 years ago. Kersplat says aspect ratio is not 1 for the other button. Not acknowledging it. Not acknowledging it. But yes, you're right. It is not 1 for the other button. That would help. It's not aspect. It's not 1 for either half of it, is it? I just noticed that just as it started building. Well, I think that there is a problem here, which is that we fix it to a frame of 3232. And then we say, here's this aspect ratio. I almost wonder if this needs another frame outside it that is infinity, infinity. Not min width. What am I doing? Max width. Yeah, there we go. Are we finally actually kind of sort of getting somewhere? That's amazing. Okay, what is our spacing here? Because I think our spacing there might need to be what defines spacing everywhere. Film strip, V-stack, spacing, self-spacing. Kind of sort of getting somewhere. Yes, indeed. I still owe you a different name. I owe you Magic Scroll View Full of Nonsense. So our spacing is 8. So yeah, why don't we just set our inset to 8? Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay. Why does it feel like the top margin is getting bigger? Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to worry about it a little bit. Why is the top margin so weird? Because it should also be 8. Yeah, and when we start, it is 8. Look at this. This is all even right now. Boop, boop, boop. And then when we shrink it down, that's definitely more than 8 at this point. And then we lost our grabber, and so we can't get it back. Okay, we definitely need a minimum size. Yeah, now that if we shrink it down and then bring it back up, it's too big. But I think we can fix that by just setting a minimum size. So let's do that. All right. Of all of the changes that we've made, is there anything that we can rename for K&H? Where's our uncommitted changes? I think we got rid of those. Those are deleted, not left. Oh, we need to change a lot in here. Get rid of that. 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 Get rid of all this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Hey, we deleted a geometry proxy. Or a geometry reader. That's always a win, right? This one, okay, so can we make this a minimum size is what we need here. This is fine. We need to bring that back. We actually do need to bring that back. Hopefully it doesn't break everything.
By geometry.
By geometry. Okay, we can get rid of this too. All right. We're going to go back to... So we did not have any new variable names. Nutterfy said he was streaming today? Nutterfy doesn't stream today. Nutterfy streams tomorrow. What was I doing? Oh, I was looking to try to figure out how to set the minimum size. That would have been on our editing view. So can we in Vision? Yeah, we can set a minimum size and a maximum size. Even better. Okay. So what should our minimum size be? Let's say it's let's just guess for a minute. Let's say it's 512 by 512. That sounds like a normal size for things to be, right? Yeah, I would say that's actually about as small as we could go without feeling too ridiculous. Honestly, maybe we want it to be even more than that. Yeah, like maybe that's as small as we can get it to go. And then we can let it be bigger. Maybe not quite that big. Let's call it 1024. Yeah, I think that's about right. That's fine. Hey, the cat's back. Come here. You gotta get over here so that they can see your tail. Oh, you're just gonna duck down underneath the microphone? That's what you're gonna do? Yes, Google Earth is flat. I'll agree there. Okay, you're good. Okay. Go back down. Well, if you view Google Earth on the Vision Pro, then it's not flat. Or is it? Is it flat because the two displays are still themselves flat? What is the definition of flat? Whether it's flat or not doesn't have anything to do with how much space that it is, or whether or not people care about your country. People only care about New Zealand while Peter Jackson is there, and that's it. If the monitor is curved, is it still 2D? Ooh. That's a great question. If the monitor is curved, but then the light coming out of the monitor is then, you know, redirected because somebody has corrective lenses, it goes like that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. If everything wasn't 2D, why can't we see depth with only one eye? So second eye is just to trick the 2D world into a 3D perspective. So do spiders see everything in 90? Is that what it is? Yes, okay. As long as we're self-consistent. Okay, I think I am going to commit that. This has gone so far beyond drawing on multiple layers on multiple pages crashes. That's why Spider-Man has Sixth Sense. It's actually one of the... Okay, A, spiders don't have that many eyes. B, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man doesn't have multiple eyes. Well, multiple eyes. He has multiple eyes. He has 2 eyes. I don't think Spider-Man has more than the average human number of eyes. Well, almost everybody has more than the average. You know what I mean. Spider-Man doesn't have the more than the modal number of eyes. Everything's broken. What are we doing? Have you ever seen Australian spiders? This is true. I have not. We're gonna do some code review right here. Clean up all the things that I left around. Drawing view.swift. They have infinite amount of eyes. Maybe they can even live in the multiverse. So the spider people, Spider-Mans, they do live in the multiverse. There's a whole series of movies that go into that. So, yeah, it depends on what your definition of average is. Because there's different types of averages. So that's why I recorrected to say the modal number of eyes. Because if you're talking about the mean number of eyes, almost everyone has more than the mean number of eyes. I agree. I would in fact say, you could even say median number of eyes. Maybe since 1 + 1 can be something else than 2, we are counting eyes incorrectly. Jaden Smith, I think I figured out where your what your Twitch account is. Does anybody remember that Jaden Smith's tweet about our eyes not being real? How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Yes. Okay. Nutter got it. This is my favorite song in this playlist. This is Spectre by Harris Heller. Oh yeah, we need to bring back our none background stack. Which is in root view. Make sure that it doesn't break everything that we've been doing. Let's bring that back and double check. Okay, this still looks fine. Phew. That could have gone horribly wrong. That's good. That's good. And that one's good. All right, finally. Move sidebar back into codebase, into window. There we go. All right, so now that we've done all of that, let's make sure that our layers view still actually works. Because I feel like the answer is it's not actually going to do anything. Okay, so we do this, add another one. That's not right. That's already not right. Anywho, we're going to click this. Oh, no. I hate programming. Okay, what's happening here? It's okay, keep it together. Yes, exactly, Nutterfy. Exactly. Good thing there's that safety commit. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Your boy needs to take a quick mental health break. I'll be right back. We're gonna come in and see what the heck is happening here. I think I need to just like, okay, what is even going on with that, and figure out what we're gonna do in response to that. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. See you then. What on earth happened while I was gone? Did I turn the music back down? I did not turn the music back down. Okay. Sorry. What on earth happened while I was gone? Okay, let's catch up on chat. A lot of goat screaming, a lot of axes. Hey, some subs.
Just knocking Elanot off everything.
Elanot. Thank you for the subs, K&H. Both of them. 3 of them. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And 1,500 bits, Mono. Or, wow. Thank you. We could hear screams after you went. Yes. No, that was definitely... That was Mono. Or, no, that was Nutterfy. And you. Yes, they did sound like that. That's exactly what they sounded like. Mono's #1 in everything now. That's awesome. Who turned on the thing? I don't even see the... Oh, yeah. Okay, there's Mono's dog face emoji. So that we see the grayscale, everything. All right. Let's get back into this. So, what has caused this nightmare? Hype train? Oh, yeah, there's a hype train. A level 2 hype train. Nice. You want a train badge, please? I think you'll get a train badge. I think you're already at this point at the train badge. Okay, so yeah, what's breaking here? I think we can figure out part of it. I mean, definitely what's happening is we've got a mismatch of what our red and our blue is now. And I think that's related to the fact that... Oh, actually, I have no idea what that's related to. It's at least partially related to the fact that we're resizing. And I think we wanted to get rid of the resize. So let's start with that. Editing view. Yeah, this whole thing. Update window geometry. No, actually not that. Is it not in editing view? Is it in drawing view? Yeah, it was in drawing view. Okay. On change of editing mode, we were definitely changing something when we went into here. Especially interesting that, yeah, we have a way different size here. So let's actually get rid of all of this. Just delete it and see what that does to us. It's less bad. It's still bad, but it's less bad. Okay, so I think what we want to do is we want this to actually maintain its current size. Yeah, I think that was where we went wrong in the past, is that we want the editing mode and the layers mode to have the same I was gonna put like quotes around something, but I don't know what it was. Aspect ratio. Yeah, we want these to have the same aspect ratio. Z-stack for each offset, blah, blah, blah. So I guess the first thing that we're going to need to do is we're just going to say that this has an aspect ratio of 1 as well, right? Okay, that definitely didn't work. Drawing view, editing mode. Let's pull that up side by side so that we can take a look at where any of this is happening. Where is our frame getting set for this? Is it actually here in our drawing canvas? No. It's definitely not in our canvas view representable, because that's not how this works. Do we have anything defining the aspect ratio of that? Or is it just... No, we have to have. Yeah, we absolutely have to have. So what is it, though? Hype train success. I received a level 1 hype train emote. Perfect. Thank you all. Oh, it's in the editing view right here? I guess it is. So if this is that, then we shouldn't actually need anything about this at all. What if we... What is that? Hype cry? So basically, if we replace all of drawing view layers mode with a color.red, we'll also need to turn off our none view again, because otherwise I don't think this works. Yeah. Hype train hype. Yes, I know. I owe you all kinds of names. I'll get there. Okay, so that's working right. Wait, now I'm confused. If that's working right, what is causing it to change when we do that? If we go back to editing view layers mode and we make it not a color.red, if we just bring this back, it's even better, Adam Wolf. Yeah, why is this itself not... Wah? Do we have... Yeah, now I'm confused again. Somebody help me make this make sense. There we go. That was it. Okay, so that's tied to that. So then I think the issue is just, can we get everything to fit inside that frame? And we actually might be able to. Because now, yeah, when we tap that, that just does that. That's fine. I mean, now that this is like this, I almost feel like we need to fix the animation even more. Even though I punted on that, I think we need to fix it. So can we fit all of these inside that other view? Do they currently have like a fixed width and height? They do. Can we change that? That made it worse. I think anything that we do here that gives this a like fixed frame, that's a bad plan. That's not gonna work. Although that actually totally does work. Look at that. That totally just works. Damn it. Okay, yeah. No, let's do that. Let's bring that back. Let's get rid of that background color. Leave that as is. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. I think that just fixes it. All right, let's push that up and get that merged, and then we can start looking at entirely different issues. And maybe start tackling some of these variable names. Yeah, definitely ship it. That is a big win. Because, yeah, I think we tackled that issue and drawing on multiple layers on multiple pages crash. Oh, have we actually fixed that? Have we actually fixed the root bug that we tried to fix? Let's start there. So here, we're gonna get out a red pen. We got a red pen. Okay. Why is this broken again? I don't even control that UI. I don't know how that gets broken. Anyway, so we drew on the background layer. We come into here. We're going to draw on a front layer. Why is it a different color? Who knows? We're going to come here. We're going to draw on a third layer. We're going to draw on a fourth layer. I also don't know what's happening to our ghosty view when we come back here. We should figure that out too. So basically what we're going to see here is if we walk over here and we rotate, this should actually move forward as we scroll. Yeah, look at that. It moves forward in space as we scroll. Have we mentioned what the new Kineo sample animation needs to be? I think somebody mentioned it, and then I said that there was going to be a... I was going to put out like a beta version for people to actually submit it, and then I never did that. And also, I forgot what you said that the sample animation needed to be. But somebody definitely mentioned it. I think we mentioned a couple different ones. But what was it? Okay, so anyway, that one's fixed. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to close all of these. Okay, so cannot close tool picker is reopened, but I'm not going to tackle that today because that's boring. We are going to merge this. It's been pushed up. It should have built by now. Nice. Mark as approved? Approved? Marked as ready. Yeah. Merge. Get rid of that. Wait, did this actually... Fix display of layers mode. Yeah, fix display of layers mode. Okay. It's like, did this actually have all my commits? It did. Can I? Yeah, I'm wondering how I can distribute this. Even though it's only going to be available to people who have the simulator. I'm wondering if there's a way that I can easily distribute that. So that people who have the visionOS simulator can submit me drawings as sample drawings. I mean, this is open source, so you can just go to get.pato.name and pull it down and build it. But yeah, there's got to be a way that I can just deliver like an IPA, right? And y'all can just build it once you open those floodgates. Oh, I totally will. Yeah, remind me to figure out a way to do that on Saturday, tomorrow, in 24 hours, in less than 24 hours. Somebody remind me that I need to deliver an IPA. But I think I can. All right, what is left on visionOS? We have launching apps should not create new images. Yeah, look at this. We have so many items in our gallery. Weather is good for an IPA? No weather is good for an IPA. That's a lie. Yeah, I've got a few too many just drawings of circles. Sometimes drawings of things that look vaguely like numbers, but mostly drawings of circles. Cocoa type IPO? I'd rather have an IPO than an IPA. But unfortunately, the SEC would come after me, and not the good SEC. Yes, they definitely love their hops up here in the Pacific Northwest. Definitely in Portland, but also in Seattle. They love their hops. I do not love hops, so it's a bummer. But thankfully, Seattle has enough breweries that like you can find stuff that doesn't have hops, and it's great. And there's plenty of good beers out here too. But there are also plenty of bad beers. And by bad beers, I don't mean actually bad beers. I just mean beers that I don't like because they're IPA and they have too much hops. Deschutes does have a good delicious stout. That is a good one. Yeah, that's from Portland. I'm trying to think of like Who has the best? So my favorite out here is Holy Mountain. Do they have a, like, where's their actual brewery at? I guess in Inner Bay? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Did that say proceed with 3 E's? I've got a cookie now, so it's probably not. Interbay Brewery and Tap Room, and then the Finney Tap Room, yeah. These guys have a great black lager. Can I just... Cans, sure. Yes, I'm still over 21, as of several minutes ago. Yeah, they're black beer. The Holy Mountain Black Beer. This one's really good. I like this one. But I go to a thing every year that is the Winter Beer Festival, and it is literally just things like stouts and porters and all of those kinds of things, and there's always good stuff there. It's not all necessarily from Washington. A lot of it is from places like Portland and even beyond. But there is also a lot of Seattle-based or Washington-based, at least. That is very good. What merch do they have? Okay, we're not going to watch this. I'm not going to go shopping for merch on stream. Holy Mountain, if you're watching, sponsor me. And by sponsor me, I mean just send me a case of beer every so often. Holy Mountain Black Beer. Yeah, what were we going to tackle? Were we going to tackle it? Did we actually pick which ticket we were going to tackle next? Add delete feature to gallery. Oh yeah, we should do that. Launching the app should not create new images. Fix animation of layers. Figure out how to make the current layer more obvious. That one we're not. We punted on that one. We decided we weren't punting on this one, but I think, yeah, I think we need to mark that as not punted. This one also not punted. Both of those need to be fixed. Film strips, just scroll to bottom. We actually closed that. That one's done. We fixed that one. Okay. Opening the export view multiple times affects playback. Yeah, we did punt on that one. We needed to look into it a little bit more. So of the ones that we have marked as this. Oh, we've got to make sure the 3D video export works. Yeah, we should do that. Add ability to pause videos. We should do that. Yeah, let's work on adding the delete feature to the gallery. I feel like I need a simple one after that last one. And it'll allow me to start cleaning up the gallery. I also really need to like clean up some of these branches, but that's a problem for later. Okay. So I think what I want to do is I want to look at not only the gallery view that I have in visionOS, but also the gallery view that I have in iOS, so that we know what we need to steal effectively. So we have a button. Yeah. What we need is like a long press menu here. And so let's go into the gallery view. No. Yeah, this one. So this has a collection view to it. Add subview collection view and a help button. So we got all that. Gallery collection view. I would imagine where would we keep our menu? Would we keep it in the document button? Where do we have that? Where is our menu? It's gotta be somewhere, right? Gallery, maybe it's in the view controller? Well, there is an observer for the fact that it gets deleted. Key commands. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of the behavior here. Context menu configuration for item at. Yes. Okay, so how do we do that in SwiftUI? But also, let's figure out this part. Context menu configuration, blah, 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 right here. Action provider. So we have share, we have confirm delete, we also have delete. We have open it in a new window, and we have backup. And then we have all the menu items. Okay. So we need some way to add a menu to this button. Okay, so SwiftUI long press menu. How to show a context menu, a free SwiftUI by example. SwiftUI gives us the context menu modifier for creating pop-up menus in our apps. In iOS, this is usually triggered with a long press, but it works just the same as a right click on macOS. It's a flexible API. Context menu is built from a collection of buttons, each with their own action, text, and icon. The text and icon be provided directly inside the button, and because SwiftUI will provide an implicit HStack to make sure they fit the standard system standard look and feel. So if we wanted a context menu to be attached to some text, we could provide two buttons for the menu, like so. Okay. I think that makes sense. What? Yeah, no, I think that we can do this pretty easily. So we've got a button here. If we say, let's put a context menu on here. Wait, this is the go to gallery button. That's not what I want. I want the existing document button. No. Lazy V grid for each stored document button. Yeah, stored document button is what I want. Okay, so we're going to put some buttons in here. Let's go with gallery menu. Okay. So in our gallery delete button, we need probably the document that we're actually deleting. So private let magic scroll view full of nonsense. And this is going to be a stored document, which I believe means we need to import data vision. There we go. Magic scroll view full of nonsense by KH on 3 days ago, the 9th, 2024. Still writing 2023 on all my custom variables. the stored document to delete. Okay. Magic scroll view full of nonsense equals document. Okay, so our button actually in here. Button. Our action is going to be delete magic scroll view full of nonsense. And our label is going to be, yeah, we need text there. Good. Label. Gallery delete button dot title. System image is what? We have, I mean, the trash can. It's absolutely the trash can, but what's the name of that? Trash. So label gallery delete button dot title, system image trash. And then we need it to delete the magic scroll view full of nonsense. Which I think we can do via, oops. Where do we get this information from? Stored document button has a button. It's got an action. Current document equals try stored document. Oh, it's a binding to current document. Yeah. Because then we're just setting the binding here. But I think we need to have access to like the storage view. How do we do that? Gallery view. Where are we getting this data from? Columns plus equals. For each document store dot stored documents. And document store is here in environment. It's called storysyn because it is. So what we want to do is we want to say storysyn. Sorry, document store. Oh wait, no, this needs a new name too. Kind of sort of getting somewhere. Okay, so kind of sort of getting somewhere is dot. Well, we have a new document and we have a save document, but we need a delete document. Yeah, delete document at index. Ooh, but what we want is we want to delete document with identifier. Try delete file at. I guess really all we want is like a delete stored document. And honestly, we can actually just do this. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that. Let's clean that up a lot. All right, so kind of sort of getting somewhere. Delete. Oh, you know what we also need to do? We need to expose this in our protocol. kind of sort of getting somewhere. Delete magic scroll view full of nonsense. But that needs to be wrapped in a do catch, do dry catch, fatal error. Did I give myself a error handling? Module? I did not. So we're just going to say fatal error, string describing error. Okay. We still have a problem. Any document stored has no member delete. Bull. We fixed that. Preview document stored does not conform. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. It is a no op. We don't need this. Perfect. All right. There we go. So that should allow us to actually delete things. Will it actually work? Who knows? We'll find out. We need to actually put this on our stored document button though. Document is stored document. Let's check it out. So we're going to go into here. We're going to go into our gallery. We're going to find something. We're going to long press it. Look at that. Gallery delete button dot title. Nothing happened. I do want to try rerunning and see if we get, like, is it still there? Okay, so it did actually get deleted. We just need it to like update, refresh this, basically. Does that mean I need to make this like a observable object? Because that would be gross. I don't want to do that. Let's go back to gallery view, figure out what all's actually in there. Nope, not that one. That one. For each document store dot stored documents. Document store is just a protocol. We don't know that it's an object. In fact, it's not. It's just not. How can we do this with a struct? Because without observable object, we don't get like the will change stuff. How do we fix that? How do we say that stored document did change and needs to update? What happened to our music? Why did the music stop? It's very quiet. It seems to be doing something, but I don't know what. There we go. Okay, so what is it with queuing up Taylor Swift, probably? Yeah, exactly. That's the immediately get demonetized mode of Pretzel Rocks. So with observable object, we have this object will change, blah, blah, blah. But we don't have... I don't have that here. Because we're not an observable object, because we're not an object. The problem is that stored documents is a derived property. Computed property, that's the right word. So it's not changing the identity of, or at least the value of the struct itself. We have absolutely nothing in here that is comparing the struct. So basically we need some way of triggering that the value of the struct change. Like we need stored documents to somehow contribute to the identity of the struct itself. That seems like a problem. What I could do is I could, over in gallery view, make this a state. And then whenever we delete something, we update the state somehow. I'm not entirely sure how that's... Can we make a binding? Can we make a binding to stored documents? Ooh, yeah, we might be able to make a custom binding here. Hold on. Let's see if we can figure this out. I think we would want that on here, right? Extension, document store. We'll need to import SwiftUI. var stored documents binding. Consider it a binding to an array of stored document. Also, I think I'm going to want to keep this, so hype train hype. And this is going to be equals binding get set. Is that what we want? And then this wouldn't actually be a var, this would be a let. Extensions must not contain stored properties. Okay. Well, fine. It's going to be a computed property that we put here. And then the get and the set on the binding is get is going to be stored documents equals. No, it's just going to be return stored documents. Something's really messed up with the music. Return stored documents, and then this is like new stored documents. But then what we would need to do here is we'd almost need to like diff this and make changes. That seems complicated. I think their service might just be having trouble. Either that or my internet's having trouble. It could be both. Am I even still here? Can you hear me? I don't appear to have dropped any frames, so I'm pretty sure you all can still hear me. It's just secret and quiet. So I'm pretty sure it's just them that's having problems. And not me. Let's try YouTube instead. There we go. We're going to get some YouTube-based music because Pretzel's music is not happening right now. Okay, so we would need to figure out if there's anything in nude stored documents that is not in stored documents. Right? Or, Actually, doesn't Swift have like a diffing of arrays now? Actually, haven't they had that for a while? Collection diffing. Swift 5.1 since 2019. Yeah, so they've had it for a minute. Collection difference is a generic collection defined as a collection of insertions and removals that define the difference between two ordered collection states. Perfect. How do I get this? Difference equals new array dot difference from old array. Let difference equals new stored documents dot difference from stored documents by whatever this is. Do they have to be equatable? Is that probably the issue? From other collection difference where C is a bidirectional collection and self.element double equals C.element. Available when element conforms to equatable. Okay, so stored document just needs to be equatable. Which I guess we get for free. Like that. Okay. Difference is... Yeah, so difference is now a collection of differences. So I guess what we want is... we want to dig through that collection. Yeah, we just want to get all of the removals. Hey, that's even easier. If we get all of the removals equitable, you have a lot of very fair types in your programs. Yes, there you go. Equitable. Equatable. Yeah, I definitely say equatable. Equackable is what the developer duck calls it. To do handle insertions. I guess actually no, right here we would need is Rocket not working? Rocket, come here. What is it like? Partying face, train. That's not the right train. Locomotive? Steam locomotive. There we go. Okay. So we're deferring insertions until later. Let removals equals difference dot removals. For removal in removals. Delete removal. Or delete removal dot. What's a removal? Collection difference dot change. Okay, but what's a change? Oh, my. So these are all still going to be switches. What the heck? Okay. So I still need to switch this anyway. Difference dot removals dot for each change in switch change case insert. Nobody cares. case remove let offset, let element, let associated with. No idea what any of these are. Associated with int. Offset is int. Element, I'm hoping, is stored document. Okay. Let stored document. We don't care about any of the rest of this stuff. Okay, so we're going to just say delete stored document. Call can throw, but it is not marked to try, and the error is not handled. I'm guessing we can't make this throwing. Yeah. Yeah. So now what we need to do is in our gallery delete button, we are not going to reference StorySend at all. We're not going to reference kind of sort of getting somewhere. Well, we're going to need a new kind of sort of getting somewhere, which is going to be our stored documents binding. And then this is no longer environment. This is just private var, kind of sort of getting somewhere. No, at binding private var, kind of sort of getting somewhere. Array of stored document. Okay. So then here, what we need to do is not try anything. What we need to do is we need to say kind of sort of getting somewhere equals kind of sort of getting somewhere. Remove at. I need to just say kind of sort of getting somewhere dot remove all where. Come on. Hello. Remove all where $0 double equals document. Magic scroll be full of nonsense. And then we don't need this do catch anymore, because we've kind of punted that over to the binding. Self dot kind of sort of getting somewhere equals stored documents. Underscore kind of sort of getting somewhere equals stored documents. There we go. We're getting somewhere. I feel like we're actually finally sort of kind of getting somewhere. Stored document button needs a binding here. In binding stored document. Getting too long. I haven't decided. I'll ask the audience. Brace style A, like this, where it hugs on both sides. Brace style B, where it hugs only at the end. Or brace style C, where there's no hugging. I think personally I like C the best. You do C? Only use A and C depending on context. I've been experimenting with C. Okay. At work, it's B. And I kind of hate it. No, at work, it's... At work, it's actually none of the above. At work, it's actually this. At work, it's D. Which is this one. I didn't even give you that option. That's how much I don't like that option. Yeah, no, this one. Where it only hugs at the end and not at the beginning. You've had D in code bases, but Xcode auto formats that wrong? How so? Because I think the reason that we have that... Oh, it does do that like that. Yeah, no, I think this is actually what we do. Because I try to do C all the time. And then... Yeah, no, because I leave it in C in Xcode. That's what happens. This is what's going on. I leave it in C in Xcode, but then we have a pre-commit hook that runs Swift format, and it makes it this. And so then I don't ever actually have to deal with it, except for when I have to read it. But yeah. I always do this. I mean, ultimately what I do is I try to make my name short enough that I don't have to worry about it, but 150 character line limits. C looks way better, especially when there's a complex return type. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know where that came from. Better to have strange format rules than no format rules. I 100% agree with that. I do definitely agree with that. Okay, so in here we want in document store dot. This had a name. What was it? We also probably need to make it public. Hype train hype. How could I forget that? In document store dot hype train hype. Current document. Blah blah blah. I think we also need it here. Document store dot hype train hype. But I think in this case we need wrapped value. What's wrong here? I'm missing a comma. That's all it is. Okay. Because, yeah, I could make that a binding to... Like, if I did this, then stored document just becomes a binding. I mean, maybe I could do that, and I put the wrapped value there. That seems worse. I don't know how I feel about that. Is that even where I want that? I don't know. Let's see if this even works. It does not. Y'all, I think I'm going to set that down. That's where I'm going to start again tomorrow. I think we're going to leave it there for tonight. Yeah, we're going to come back tomorrow. It will actually be tomorrow. I will be back here sometime tomorrow. I don't actually know what time. It might not be tomorrow for Mono. It might just be several hours from now. But it will be tomorrow for me. And long weekend type. Not all of us get the weekend. Some of us don't celebrate Martin Luther King, apparently. No, not a long weekend. Just a regular weekend for me. But I will be spending Saturday and Sunday working on Kineo. Because, again, I really need to get this out. It is, I mean, it might be law in Washington. I don't actually know. But if it is law, then we're breaking the law. Yes, great progress today. It did. I think we did make a lot of great progress. We fixed up all of our layers. We completely redesigned how the sidebar works. And, you know, I think it actually is better now. And it fixed a lot of bugs. So, hey, that's great. Yeah, thanks again. Thank you all for all of the subs. K&H had like 4 subs today, right? Nutter had 1. A bunch of different stuff. Mono had 1,500 bits. Yeah, you had 3 that you gave out, but didn't you also have your own personal one? Didn't you also sub yourself at the beginning of the stream? But yeah, thank you all for your support today. Thank you all also for your emotional support today. Today was not a resub day. Okay. Somebody else subbed at the very beginning. I know Nutter did, and I thought somebody else did too. But either way, thank you. Thank you all. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be rushing through, trying to get to the end of this. And then come Groundhog Day, we can actually celebrate. Yes, stay warm. It is incredibly cold here right now. Thankfully, it did warm up enough. I don't know if y'all noticed, but when I came back from my break, I did actually finally take off the jacket that I had on, because it did warm up enough in my office with the lights and the screens and everything that it's actually finally warm enough to sit here with a t-shirt. But that's not true in the rest of the house. Anyway, yeah, thanks again. I'll be back sometime tomorrow. Have fun. -20. Dear Lord. I am sorry for that. It is positive 20 and I'm suffering. -20, I don't even know how to deal with that. I don't know what to do. I am so sorry, K&H. I hope you survive. Anyway. Before I hear anything else that terrifying, good night. Good luck. Have a great weekend. Bye.